That's so funny. Even a dull moment. So I hadn't even finished writing the title and it went live. So I guess we're live. So too funny. Right. Welcome to Twin Flame Therapy Thursday. And it's Twin Flame Therapy Thursday because everything I do is about helping twin flames. There's a very old song on the music channel, Robin. Can't remember what it's called, but it's the one that's about, and I don't look back. Na, 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 na. She was a one-hit wonder, so I can't actually remember any of the words either, so I suppose that's not very helpful. Let's put the subtitles on. Wait a minute. So yeah, we just go with the flow around here, so I'm just going to go with the flow and see what comes. Why are the subtitles not going on? Well, anyway, you know what that is, right? Now listen, yous, just pipe down. People weren't making that much noise in the street before I started. Right, anyway. Talking of noise, is the fan all right? Basically, if it's not, tough shit, because it's very hot, right? You know what I mean? I'm loving my wee fan, by the way. This was like a very good investment, which was not even that much. Look, it's like, it's in keeping with my computer's a goldy kind of bronze colour. I don't know if it's even on the screen. I'm like, oh no, yeah, you can. It's brilliant because it's like I can have it here and then it goes with my office as well. And yeah, loving it. Simple pleasures and all that. I'd say a necessity in this heat. So yeah, hope you are all doing all right, not melting wherever you are. Unless you're melting with your feelings. Right. Come on, play ball. Right, if you're new, I'm healing in everything that I do. The healing comes through my voice, my hands, my eyes, the light code activations. I'm a Reiki master, teacher, medium, shaman, hypnotherapist, life coach, counsellor, do inner child healing work. Yeah, sorry, it's going to be a bit noisy, right? The windows are open, the fan's on. Shit's kicking off, you know, it's fine. Right, so, and I've put the donation link there, just to people, again, because it's like, you know, sometimes it'll be like, oh, you can donate for a message, but sometimes it will just be about, because I'm big on tithing, and I like to give to people when something's helped me. And just because I'm here to teach about money in a different kind of way as well, when I'm guided to, about, you know, to keep the flow of generosity going. So, but I dare say, yeah, if anybody does donate, I can do a message for you as well. But just sort of pointing that out, it won't always be that it's there for a message. So, right, because I have to say that, because that is what I would say if it was one of my clients saying it to me. It's we should just be grateful because we're grateful, because when those of us have got it to give, it all sort of balances out with the people that haven't got it to give. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, for instance, it's when I say, like, if I give money to someone, it's not like, oh, it'll come back from the same place. It usually comes back from somewhere completely different. Like, for instance, when I done the challenge to the Fuck It, Let's Go, which helps with fear, procrastination, doubt, worry, all the things that divine masculine energies go through, which we've all got within us. So that can be any of us. But specifically for twin flames, it was also about undoing spell work, and it certainly did undo the spell work that's been done to people that, you know, from being around like black magic, narcissism, codependency, you know, anywhere where there's been a halt in your finances. I've had people saying to me, like, things have just been moving forward, so that's brilliant. Rihanna Umbrella's on as well, so again, that's about tough times, isn't it? Like friends, isn't it? I feel like I'm in a music video right now because the fan's blowing my hair. I was just doing that. I was just doing that in my group. I was like, but the songs I was singing were so weird. Like, some of my group was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm pretending I'm in a music video. But the songs I was singing are songs I don't even like. I started singing a J-Lo song and I was like, why the fuck am I singing that? So, but anyway, it's because I'm channeling. So it'll have meaning to someone in there that wasn't alive. what else do I need to say? That's it. Right. So the 2 cards that I pulled when it went live, when I wasn't prepared for it to go live. So again, that indicates that something's going to happen very quickly out the blue, and you're not going to be prepared for it. It's just going to happen. So whatever that means for you. Archangel Raphael, I'm helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You're a healer just like me. I'd say that's pretty spot on for the people that I attract, because I am a healer for healers, a medium for mediums, a clairvoyant for clairvoyants. You get the gist. You know, I usually do attract other people that are already got their own client base, or people that are meant to, you know, do healing work. And like I've said for years, we're all a healer of some kind. Like, even if it's just that you make people laugh, that is, I always use the same example, but it's true, that is healing in itself. Like, a lot of what people always say about me is that I make them laugh. And like I always said that to Michelle the other day, there is, if I tried to make people laugh, it probably wouldn't be funny. Like, I genuinely am just being myself. So I guess I'm pretty funny. But it won't be everyone's, you know, it won't be everybody's sense of humor, but, you know, I entertain myself, and that's what matters most of it. If you entertain yourself, you'll never be bored. You know what I mean? Take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. So again, that feels like wherever people are being spurred on to take action with something that they feel excited about, they feel like it's the right time, because I'm being drawn to the words joy and be bold. So I'd imagine this is twin flames that are getting guided to make contact with their twin. I'm also feeling, though, simultaneously, this is because Rihanna's still on, you know, umbrella. I feel this is about people that are not quite ready to be doing stuff like that. It's about getting out of situations where you're around people that you know are not good for you, whether that be romantic, whether it be past romantic people kind of hanging around, not accepting it, or whether it be friends that you're just realizing, wow, these people aren't my friends, or I just don't resonate with them anymore. Family members, you know, work situations. It could be your karmic situation, could be that you've got like it could be addictions, you know what I mean? Like, it could be like addictions to sex, gambling, rock and roll, alcohol, drugs. What else can you have an addiction? You can have addiction to fucking anything, food, chocolate, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be doing my divine detox, actually, and this is probably going to be the only promotion that I do for it. I don't know, I'll rustle something up tomorrow for what I'm going to post when I'm off, but I've filmed all the shorts in advance up until the 29th, so I got a little insight into the energies, yeah, when I run the divine detox course, I'll start it around the new moon in Virgo. So I'll just say it now in case I don't say it any other time. And basically it'll be a private group of at least 3 of you and me. So actually, to be honest with you, I will only run it if there is 3 people that want to do it. And I probably wouldn't want any more than 3 or 4, because it worked really well when there was 3 of them and me running it. So, but I would do it 4 if there was like a demand for it. But basically what we'll do is it'll be like prompts to do with, you know, mind clutter, things to do with your physical clutter around your home, digital clutter, things to do with your feelings clutter, and what else didn't I say? So it's mind, body, soul clutter, basically, and detox on all levels. So I'm going to do a lot about intuitive eating, because I've got a lot of experience as a counsellor, as a therapist, as a life coach, all my background helping people with trauma, and especially trauma around food, as there's a food advert on. So maybe like people don't actually realise that. Whenever I've done work with clients one-to-one, which I do in my Create Your Vision package, I mean, I'll change the name, but basically the Create Your Vision package is like 4 sessions of the first session. If we're going to be doing it around releasing weight, because we don't want to lose weight, because then you find it again. I was just saying that in my group there. It would be basically, you know, the first session would be gathering the info around what you want support and accountability with. And then the next 3 sessions will be tailor-made to what we came up with in that. And when I done that with a couple of people last year, yeah, they had amazing stuff happen. I mean, they lost loads of weight and they just moved forward with a lot of things in their life, spiritual development, just feeling a lot happier all round, happier in relationships as well, of all kinds. Again, passion gets ignited for people when they work with me, if they're already with someone. And what else?
yeah, so that's what it'll be about. So again, you can do that with me one-to-one if you don't want to do that in a group, if you're looking to get your health back on track. And you can really do it about anything. So just inquire to the email soulfamwolfpack. Oh, wait a minute. Fucking hell. Aye, soulfamwolfpack@gmail.com. And my assistant will get back to you. And she might not get back to you right away, but I'm sure she will have a look at some point. And anyway, it'll come to my phone, but I'll release control and let her handle that while I have a bit of a break as my rewards comes on the advert, but it's for McDonald's, so we don't want to promote that shite, because it's, if you only knew what was in it, you wouldn't be eating that. Some of you probably do. Yeah, that's basically what it is. So if you feel like that might be something that you want to do, then definitely let me know, because like I say, it'll only be if the demand is there for it. It was just they told me the other morning that I need to offer it out. So right, what are we going to do now? Let's pull one of these. Yeah, so if there aren't too many people around tonight, I might cut this kind of short, because I'm finishing what I'm doing in the subconscious blocks to love course, although it's really been subconscious blocks to everything in life, because we've all gotten so much out of it, me included. But we all agreed it needs to come to an end, because it's went like 2 months over how long I was going to do it. And it would just be quite good, because full moons, it's great for just ending things on a high, ending things, on a full moon. I like to do that where possible. And I've been on fire getting stuff done before just because I just want to, you just want to switch off completely. Like I say, I dare say I probably will, I don't know, not every day though, but I will maybe just check in every sort of couple of days and reply to comments on the YouTube, but I also might not. So just know that if you've wrote something and I haven't replied, I'll reply 2 weeks later, a week later or something. But I'm sure I won't be able to help myself. So I might feel lonely, you know what I mean? Depends what I'm doing. Right, so it's like I was just getting asked to babysit there, and I was like, before I say yes right away, I'm actually just going to stop and think here. So again, somebody else needs to hear. Big Girls Don't Cry just came on the that's kind of funny after I just spoke about babysitting. That feels like a connection. Big Girls Don't Cry just came on Fergie on the music channel, so if that's going to be relevant to someone. But I'm going to correct that and say yes, big girls do cry actually, and so do big boys. Everyone fucking cries. Cry if you want to. It's my party and the cry. Yeah, so there's something about stopping and thinking about before you say yes to something. But don't tell my sister, probably will help. It's just, but actually it was because I'd made plans with my friend, because she's working a lot. And it was like, you know what I mean? So I wasn't just saying it on purpose, but it is, must be saying that for a reason. Right. And so did you see when I channeled about lightning the other day, it was more felt metaphorical, like something happening out of the blue. But I did say it could be literal. And then I noticed where I live, there is lightning for Sunday. But I did say that when there's been days of extreme heat, there usually is a thunderstorm, but I find it quite interesting. Oh, have we not got any chatters today out there? No chatty chattersons, that's all right. Right, what have we got for who needs to know this? Oh, the violet flame. Yes. So if you're new to me, this is what I transmute energy with all the time. Wow. We're reading both. Oh shit. Oh fucking hell. We need to stop somewhere. But but wait a minute. I think that might be the twin flame one. Right. So let's start here. This is fascinating to me, because these are literally both my energies. So and eventually, if I haven't attracted people like that already, I do feel at some point I will attract a lot more people that are very similar to myself, that were and again I probably already have, but in fact I definitely know that I already have, but I mean in the sense of that are so strong about things going on in the world, like didn't sort of fall hook, line and sinker for any of it, which I know are a lot of you, but that's the Blu-ray part of me. So the violet flame, that's what transmutes energy around here. That's in my aura. The blue and the purple's always in my aura, and the white, which always gets said when other people sort of tap into my energy. But yeah, so the violet flame, I'll read that. That's about transmuting energy. You can call on the violet flame as well. Starseed elemental with the blue kind of reminds me of the Blu-ray frequency, like say it's very honest. Both indigo and blue are about, it's very spiritual colours, but it's also about truth. That's why I'm so kind of strong on the truth. And reclaim your energy. So again, because I'm so strong in my sovereignty and empowered, that's why I can empower others. But again, that didn't happen overnight. So, right, 52. I'm wanting to sing like I'm in a music video again. Right, the violet flame. Your psychic toolkit, recentering practices, deepening your energetic awareness, clearing your aura. Oh, wait a minute, I need to be careful here. Fucking hell, man. I've just been talking about releasing weight and I need to release a bit of weight on my chunky back. I do unconditionally love myself, but I am allowed to say too many Lorne sausage rolls is right, we're not right. We don't need to put the blanket on, Claire. That's a bit extra, but I'm not fucking crossing my legs and shit like that. Right, where the fuck's the? Anyway, just get too comfy around here. Right, okay. So the violet flame, clearing your aura, healthy energetic boundaries, which is what I'm always guided to teach about around here, because of many things. But the reason why, well, yeah, there's loads of reasons why I'm good at helping people with boundaries. Because I'm a counsellor, because I've got Saturn and Mars and Scorpio in the first house. Basically, I take no shit. And I don't want anybody that I love taking shit either, which is all of you guys. And any random on the internet, even if you hate me, I don't want you taking shit either, because if you've got hate in your heart, somebody's hurt you. Send love to people that hate, guys. They need it more. Protection, removing trauma from your field. But yeah, it's my Pluto retrograde 0 degrees and Scorpio in the 12th house as well. Basically, wherever anybody's got dark energies, entities, but also the kinds that are less easy to spot, which are like snakes in the grass, or like less obvious people around you that, you know, where people can be a bit blind to where there's not so nice energies around them. That part of my chart, I can suss out right away. I've always been able to do that from a kid. I would always say to my mum, she doesn't like you, or she doesn't like me, or yeah. I'm more tactful about it now, but if it's somebody that I'm close with and like I can feel somebody doesn't like them and it would be in their best interest, yeah, I'm very good at again, you got to let people make their own mistakes as well, but yeah, you got to kind of tune into that shit. But again, because this is my job, I'm saying this in public, that if you're new to me, that if you are kind of suspicious of people around you that are a bit shifty, or you can't trust them, or, you know, don't, I was just saying this in my group actually, because that one I'm bringing to a close is about, you know, subconscious blocks to love and all that. And with the book that I was using to kind of add to the work that I already do, because it complements it, because obviously I didn't write the book, there's some of it I don't agree with, and it's quite interesting to see where there's gaps in the knowledge that when I write my own book, because I'm writing loads of books, like seriously, I've wrote loads of books in my head and I've got journals everywhere and I just need to put them together, and I will. But long story short, it was like one of the ladies in my group will be watching this at some point, was just saying that like, you know, and again, I wouldn't go into all my shit, because again, it's like what I said the other night about if you've got an idea, like tell me in private, because but again, try and copy me what I'm saying, people out there. You've not had my exact life experience, so that's why I don't give a shit. That's where you need to get to too, if you get bothered about shit like that, because I used to get really bothered. But yeah, that what I thought was missing was like there's bits where it's like you know, have forgiveness if somebody's I don't know, it's not really if someone's hurt you, because again, that's why, I mean, I just said that in there, but it's true. I'm literally one of the most compassionate people you could ever fucking meet. It is like a big part of my life purpose, but I also don't take shit. But I forgive very easily. But you can forgive people and you don't need to let them back into your life as well. You know, and that is important. Sometimes people get a bit confused with that. Yeah, what I find difficult about when I've been doing that book is because I'm here to teach about dark energies and entities and boundaries and narcissists and codependency. It's like, you know, you've got to be careful that you're not saying sorry for stuff all the time. I wondered, yeah, because they were talking to me about that the other day. Like, I can think of instances like over the, you know, the years or the decades where it's definitely been somebody that has fucked up towards me, but because I'm so loving and compassionate, and I know when people are really stubborn, that like I would have been the one to like reach out with the olive branch or be like, because like this person's never going to do it, and then we're just never going to make up. And I wouldn't have thought twice about it, because unless, you know, there was other sort of difficult, it depends what had happened. You know, I might have been a bit more stubborn to do it. But what you got to be careful about is, you know, for whoever I'm saying that for, is that is exactly what like some people would want you to do, is for you to somehow think that something's your fault. And that is the most scariest kind of people, is when like you've done nothing wrong and they've disrespected you, and you somehow find yourself apologizing for something you haven't done. So again, that's where I found there was a lot of gaps in that book that we're reading, because with the people that I attract anyway, look, and oh my god, on that video it says don't fall for this. I think that's it's an old song, it's just finished, but it's about, oh, that's one of my favorites. Now I really am going to start dancing like a music video, The Way I Are. Ironically, I can't fucking think where to start to sing the song, but no. Yeah, I'm not going to start singing it anyway. Just like, that is one of my favorites. I can't fucking remember it. Probably because I can't sing it. That's what it is. Yeah, don't know the words. I'll probably just say anything when I sing that myself. Right. Actually, it's about liking someone just the way they are. That's what the song is about, isn't it? That's not why I like it. I just like it because it's a rap song and I like the tune. But I was just like, what is that song about? Anyway, right. So there's always a meaning though, if I've been drawn to it. Right. Where did I fly off to chatting about all of that shit? Yeah, well, the point is, well, this isn't even that card yet, but the point is the violet flame transmuting energy, transmuting dark shit. Oh yeah, because it's a full moon. The full moon's later on tonight, about 3:30 in the morning, my time. But where you live, some people live out there, it's already now, but we're already in the energy anyway. But technically, for me, I'm very kind of, my Aries sun in the house of Virgo, so I'm very particular. No, it's after midnight here, so it's Friday in my eyes. Yeah, and it's expect unexpected, and it's shocks, surprises, excitement. But again, you can expect a miracle. It doesn't need to be bad shit. Some people automatically go to be like, what's going to happen? I mean, I'm not going to lie, guys. It could be some bad shit for some people. Do you know what I mean? But expect a miracle. Do you know what I mean? What you know? It's not going to do you harm. Expect a miracle. Do you know what I mean? But being serious, like, even if your automatic go to is to be like, oh, what now? Like, I don't know about you, but see, whenever any of my pals over the years, anyone says to me, I've got something to tell you, instantly, I would think someone's pregnant. Do you know what I mean? Like, or, oh my God, something bad, really bad has happened. Like, seriously, like over the years, like guaranteed. Yeah. Whenever anybody says anything to me about, I've got something to tell you, I'll tell you later, my whole stomach, I could say something even more blunt, but like my heart just sinks and I'm like, oh my God, what is it? And it's like, it's almost like every time it is nothing like what I first assumed. But maybe it is because I have had instances in my life where I've thought that, and it has been. But again, the thing is, because I'm like, you know, it has been bad things. Like, it is like I'm going to hear something bad, but it's because I'm so psychic, I normally always know, you know, most things are
Like, unfortunately, like, you know, if somebody dies, or like, for instance, that's actually true. Oh yeah, shit. I do feel I'm going to be bringing in some of the loved ones in spirit. If anyone's actually fucking turning up the night that talks. And actually, we don't even need talkers. I'll just tune into the spirit world and see who wants to talk. Like, apparently it's my own grandma and granddad right now. But no, seriously, when my grandma died, I actually was in the shower and I was 15. And I'll never forget, I just knew. Like, I just had this feeling, but probably because she was telling me. But I just had this feeling that that's why, like, my auntie had come to the door. And I was right. And then when my granddad died, I was about 18. So nobody's getting 10 points if they're like, yeah, I think your grandma died at 15 and your granddad died at 18. Like, I'd went to visit him the night before, and yeah, when I was leaving, I just said to my mum, I was like, he looks really old. Like, I just feel like he's not going to be here very long. And my mum was like, oh, right, you think? And then literally it was the next day. I was like, fuck. So, you know, I do have quite a good gut instinct for, you know, intuition for when something like that goes on. But wow, sorry, I just kind of made the mood a bit somber, but anyway, moving on. Right, so, well, it does say removing trauma from your field, maintaining a high vibration, so we'll pick that back up, rebalancing after times of raised frequency. As we deepen our spiritual path, step out of illusionary constructs and become self-realized, empowered beings. Now, see how everything I say, if you're new, is to do with, it's got something to do with someone somewhere, and we can't all possibly know that. Like, half the time, I mean, I have no idea why I just fucking said all of that, but it will be for someone, is what I know after all these years of doing this. But the bit where I was talking about, I'm empowered enough to be able to empower others, which I have been doing for years now, actually. But, you know, I'm the most empowered I've ever been in my life, ever. So, you know, I'd say for the past 3 years, if not longer, I've been getting sent like really, really dark, difficult things to help people with. But it's because they know I can handle it. Like, it's literally what I'm here to help people with. So again, I have to keep saying that so that people know that, because there's so many people going through a lot of difficult stuff, whether it is like grief, like you'll have saw that that's what I supported Jennifer through when we done therapy, because we're in Twin Flame Therapy Thursday. And because I studied in counselling and trained in counselling, and because I was like, it's bereavement counselling in particular that yeah, you might have just been saying that innocently, but I got a feeling you're a knobhead. Might be wrong, but sometimes we get it wrong in life. Spanner people, we need you in here, spanner people. Could you hurry it along? Thanks. Right. What was I saying? When we explore our innate healing ability, we may experience our expanding consciousness as deeply blissful and illuminating. Our glimpses of higher awareness can be followed by periods of intensity as we return to normal. These uncomfortable experiences are shadow elements unaligned with the higher vibration dropping away so we can maintain our new frequency. Yeah, so basically what that's talking about is, right, that does make sense of what I said at the start, is that oh, so also I just want to point out, because that guy just distracted me. See what I mean? Distractions, though. If it's even a guy, it could be anyone. It could be a robot. It's that obviously, although I am empowered enough to be helping people with difficult stuff, you're never completely out of the woods, in my opinion. You know, our life would be boring. You know, there's always still shit happening to me, but thank God it's less than whatever used to happen before. I was like, how I'm still on this planet, I don't know why. I'm like, why did I come down here to go through all this shit? You know what I mean? I feel I'm in the good bit now. And I just heard that song in the back of my head, let's skip to the good bit. Anyway, so your sensitivity will be heightening, so it may be harder to spend time in places with frantic activity. That'll be why I've not been out the fucking house now. I'm not, like, honestly, I'm not even joking. It's like they're not wanting me to be around a lot of people right now. And in heightened times of activity, it's like I'm not allowed to be, if someone's going to like pull me out in my high energy, it's fucking crazy. But I've actually been quite happy. I thought I'd been in for a few days, and then I looked at my walking and I was like, holy fucking shit, man. I don't like the sun, you see. Like my best friend even messaged me today, be like, I hope you've had the sun cream on. I was like, no, I'm moving out the fucking house. Oh dear. Right. Our glimpses of higher awareness can be followed by periods of intensity as we return to normal. We're never going back to normal, guys. Normal don't exist. What's normal to the spider is chaos to the fly. These uncomfortable experiences are shadow elements unaligned with a higher vibration dropping away so we can maintain our new frequency. I've just read that twice, haven't I? Your sensitivity will be heightening, so it may be harder to spend time in places with frantic activity. Oh, I've just fucking read that as well. So I feel with me reading that twice, although I've done it a lot today, it's like people getting sick of repeating karmic lessons. Like I really do feel there's a lot of people tuning into this that it's like, nah, I've totally learned my lesson now with that particular person, with these particular group of people, with you know what I mean? It's like I'm done. Like that's what I'm feeling. You may feel, and remember, full moons are about the end, and also out the blue is Aquarius energy. Sorry. Oh yeah, and then also there's elements like Saturn and stuff. There's a lot of stuff in the North Node conjunction. I really do feel that it's just kind of it's destined times of people being like, I've had enough, and that's what they're reclaiming your energies about. You may feel disorientated, have emotional ups and downs, and even physical symptoms. And I know I've spoke to a few people today that are feeling a bit like all over the place today. Daily practice for recentering will allow you to drop into yourself and be present and still, away from busy mind chatter and distractions. I just spoke about distractions. There are so many ways to meditate, so experiment and find something that works for you. Yeah, like, so if you don't like meditations, you might enjoy my shamanic journeys, which are basically like a meditation, but so much more, because they'll empower you. The more you listen to it, the more you'll get your strength back. I've had people that have listened to my free shamanic journeys alone over the 2.5 years of the pandemic, and they've went on to like create spiritual businesses and stuff from listening to that alone. Whether they realise it or not that that's catalyst for it, it's like that is what happens with anybody when they listen to my work. They want to do that stuff. It's what I'm here to do. Which is why I said that at the start about, you know, when there's donation links for me or anyone, it shouldn't always be about, oh, here's this, like I'll do this if somebody gives this. It's about just appreciating somebody's work. So they really make me stress that today. Because like that sounded like I was promoting something there, and I'm not. It's free. I'm promoting it, but it's free on the chat. Go and listen to it. Because I know that I'll get it back from people that will invest in me. Do you know what I mean? And then also the same with my challenge. It's a free challenge, which I could have done in a Facebook group, and I could have charged for it a lot because I've ran it 3 times before. And same thing, it catapulted people forward in their life and business. And so I know that it works. But it was like I was guided to do that, and yeah, like it's and then when I got a big client, that client came not even from the challenge, from somewhere that they'd done work with me before. So do you know what I mean? You don't, it's not like I could have assumed that I was going to get a client from giving out all that energy for a week or like, you know, 5 days. But I'm giving out stuff all the time, aren't I? But no, it came from somewhere entirely different. And that's interesting because the lesson I just done in my course before I came on here was about that, like giving from an open heart, and just, you know, just it'll come back to you in a different sort of way and not from where you give it out usually. Sometimes it will, but right, daily practice, I've just read that. There is no way to do it wrong. Yoga, qigong, painting or walking are just a few examples. We can learn to protect and maintain our energy we cultivate in ourselves, not from fear, but through a healthy awareness of what is ours and what is the energy of others. As we expand our consciousness, our empathy may increase. Maintaining energetic sovereignty will allow for heartfelt exchanges with healthy boundaries. Yeah, and again, that'll be why when I was talking about narcissists, and oh, hello, Michelle. Michelle, I'm like a spanner person, and not just any spanner person, it's Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I'm excited to see you. It feels like it's been a lifetime. Yes. We only had one person that was, he didn't say anything that bad, but it was just kind of was like, I think that's a nippy fucker. So you're on spanner duty if you want to be, please. Please and thank you. And how are you doing?
Yeah, so basically when I was talking about narcissists and codependency and all that at the start, not everybody knows what these fancy words mean. Look, up until a few years ago, when I started getting people that were surrounded by that 24/7 and all these different clients in that area, I didn't actually know what a lot of these words meant, but I had to fucking swat up on it. And then the thing is, it's crazy how when you swat up on that shit, you start to recognize what it is around you. I was like, holy fucking shit, man. I was like, how have I survived? Sorry, that's quite funny, but it's fucking true. So I think it's important that people hear me say that because it can happen to the best of us. Do you know what I mean? It's part of the twin flame journey, to be honest with you. It's like you will have had that around you at some point, if not your whole fucking life. So sorry to be the bearer of bad news there. But it's kind of like when I've said before, like, see, when you train in counselling, it is I mean, I love it, like, and I didn't have much choice because of what my astrology is like, you know, it was about fucking time, because I've been a counsellor since I was about this fucking high. People have always told me their shit. And I like it, actually. Do you know, like, I genuinely love listening to someone, no matter what it is. And some people are like, oh, I don't want to dump that on someone. But within reason, you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad that the majority of the time that's happening, it is my work now. But I have found myself having to say to people in my personal life, like, you know, you can't tell me when there's something bad going on, you know what I mean? Because some people then wouldn't want to, like, do that because they know I help people that in my work. But I mean, it's about balance, you know, and I'm a grown ass adult, do you know what I mean? And like, say, it's not like, it sounds a bit fucked up to say I like listening to someone when they're in pain. What I mean, obviously I don't like when people are in pain, but what I mean is I can handle it. Like, it's what I'm here to do, you know, whether it's the shaman part of me, the medium part of me, the particle, the Scorpio energy. It's just, I'd rather it was genuine and authentic. Although I don't like the word authentic, because I always think that inauthentic people say authentic too much. But do you know what I mean? It's true. Like, I'd rather there was honesty than bullshit, basically. So if it means somebody's feeling like shit, then I'd rather be a listening ear, you know, to help them feel better, but not kind of fix it. You know what I mean? Just by, sometimes you can't fix it. Like, if someone's died, you can't bring them back from the dead. Like, I'm magic, guys, but do you know what I mean? I can't do that shit yet. Like, I'm joking. That's fucked up. I don't want to be doing that. I can in that, you know, I can in the sense that if somebody dies in the physical, I'm not shitting you. In my life, they're literally right there in the spirit world talking to me, like, really quickly. It's pretty freaky, actually. But you know what I mean? It's like, we've got to know our limits. I ain't worried. A song just came up, said I ain't worried. I'm not bothered. So yeah, basically it seems people need to know about boundaries. I'm glad to see you. I'm on Spanner Watch. Thank you very much. I'm glad to see you too. You seem by how I was like, oh. Just as we keep our body fit and healthy, it is good to ensure our energy field is free from anything that no longer serves us. We all experience some level of trauma as we go through life. The effects can strain our aura, and if unaddressed, they may influence our physical and emotional well-being. That's so fucking interesting, because somebody literally was just saying that to me. There's a lot of that coming up with this full moon, you know, a lot of spontaneous awakening, a lot of bolts out the blue, which can mean anything, but I mean, it could be feelings hitting you out the blue as well. There are many ways to clear your energy field. Seeing an energetic healer, hello, that's me. Like, I'm clearing energy the whole time I'm doing this. It might just look like I'm having a wee chat, but I'm always clearing energy in the energetic realms. Obviously that goes for on this and in one-to-ones. Seeing an energetic healer or learning clearing methods you can do yourself can be so helpful when you feel dense, heavy, triggered, sluggish, or down. Being able to kickstart a positive vibration so you can regain perspective can be the key to flowing through situations that seem overwhelmed or unsurmountable. Oh, Michelle, look. I mean, I'm sure you can hear it, but I got a fan. I got a fan, fans. Except I don't call you fans because I don't like that word. You're so fam, not so fans. Right. Work with the violet flame to transmute anything that is not for your highest good into love. And that is why whenever anybody works with me, whether it's on here or in person, that's what I'm always doing, transmuting energy. The flame is simple to visualize and a powerful tool that can be used on anyone. And you'll hear me say that whenever I do a shamanic journey. So, right. So
Consider your psychic toolkit. Do you have a range of accessible go-to practices for recentering, cleanse your own aura and protecting your energy? And if you're not new around here, you'll have heard me say sage is my go-to. Really, you know, setting an intention. If you feel you're, I know I've got a fan, at least one. I've actually got 2 more coming too, because I'm fucking getting them for all the rooms, because that was like so cheap and it's actually really effective. Like I was prepared to spend quite a bit on a fan because it's fucking unbearable how hot it is. Some people will be like, nah, I'm going to fucking sit out. It's only another few weeks, but I was like, no, fuck that. And think about it. I've not got work from after tomorrow, but I was like, I fucking need that. This is just boiling. Especially when I'm trapped in the house. I was like, listen, if you guys aren't going to let me go outside, I need a fan, right? So thank you for saying that the other day about someone needs to Amazon clear a fan, because I was like, I'm not waiting for that, because I could be fucking waiting on the 12th and ever. I'm buying myself one. So thank you, Michelle, for suggesting that. Thank you, me, for buying myself it. Thank you, everyone. Right, so you do that too if you need a fan, because I did say that to someone earlier. I was like, I hope you've got a fan. You better be buying one if you've not got one. You get a fan, I get a fan, everyone gets a fan. Oh dear. Right, so yeah, sage. I love sage. And also, especially when it's the real dark shit you're dealing with. Do you know what I mean? If you've been energetically attacked or you really want to protect your energy, sage. Palo Santo's all right too. It's a bit more gentler though. Or incense or anything. Lighting a candle is very protective as well. I was saying that to Michelle. I like to, so when I'm sending people healing, I like to light a candle and I'll call on the person's guides and my guides, and you know, to hold the intention of sending that healing. Obviously I'm sending the healing too, but that's really powerful. Again, you've actually got to believe in the power, in your power of the intention. And my beliefs are incredibly strong. So that's why I can hold the belief for somebody else to heal. So that's important to know. If you don't quite trust or believe in yourself or the situation, then you're going to find it hard, which is why literally everybody does need a healer at some point, because it's much easier for somebody else to hold the intention for something for you because they're less involved. Like that's why, to be honest, like things come about very fast for my clients, because I believe so strongly for them. Arguably, I believe so strongly for them more than myself. But actually, I've worked on it for that many years. I'm actually very quite good at holding the belief for myself too. So, but that took practice and years. Right, an exercise routine for psychic fitness. And by the way, my crown chakra is lit, baby, because I can feel lots of. And when I say that about me, it's like energies like what's coming in for you guys if you're open to it, because 7 just came on the TV and that is the crown chakra. And it's like it's just like wee bursts of strong heat on the top of my head when I'm saying this. So an exercise routine for psychic fitness will keep your aura strong and resilient, your energy sovereign and your vibration high. And of course, that's what these lives are about, but I'm not going to be live. After tomorrow, I won't be live up until nearer the end of the month. I think I'll probably be back from the 27th of August, because that's when I'm going to start, maybe a bit later, because that's when I'm going to start the Divine Detox course, if anyone wants to do that. I spoke about that at the start. And again, if you do fancy it, do let me know as soon as possible. Let my assistant know, because I'm only running it if I've got 3 people. So maintaining clear and vibrant energy will also help you see through illusions that may be blocking or disorientating you. Yeah, so again, there's a strong message me coming through all week about the people that are not to be trusted, that are still around, whoever out there, quite a few people. And again, if you've already went through this and you're confident that you've not got anyone around you like that can't be trusted, then first of all, I wouldn't be too overconfident. Even I'm not. Like, I'm pretty sure, but I'm always open that there's someone lurking. And second of all, just disregard then, you know what I mean? But I would always be open. Stay humble, you know what I mean? Or life will slap you in the face. Maintaining clear and vibrant energy will also help you see through illusion. I've just read that bit, but you see, that means if I'm reading it again, you need to be extra vigilant. Go over things with a fine tooth comb. Bring the violet flame into your meditation and self-care practice for graceful rebalance after heightened energy levels. Right, the whole of tonight's thing might just be reading these cards, because that's only the first one. Next, so that was the violet flame. Wait a minute, let's get the thumbnail. Always got to get the thumbnail. We'll get the music video here flying. I mean, I'll look very serious. I have, oh God, it would be 36 hours, wouldn't it? I think I went the whole day without getting a reference to 36. I have 36 hours to go before I leave for Florida. For fuck's sake, I still have a lot of shite to do, but it's all good. But are you in pain? Hopefully you're not in pain. Oh, wait a minute, you can't even fucking see. I just figured out how to use my spanner. Oh, are you fucking shitting me? So even if I did need somebody spannered out, you didn't know how to use it? Right, so, oh, you can't even read it, can you? Can you read it? Can you read it? Can we see, are my fingers? Oh, shit, man. Fuck's sake. There. Sorry. I know. I'm loving it. I stole Jennifer's look. Is it there? That'll do. You can see the violet flame bit. Fuck it. Right, okay. So, starseed elemental. She's like the wind. What's the next bit? Is it through my hair? That's my fucking favourite childhood film and I don't know the words. Yeah, I don't know the words. Fuck. I know the words when I'm watching the film, but I'm like... That's the second song that oh shit, I keep doing that. Fuck's sake. See if I had my mum's leg, I wouldn't mind fucking putting my legs. Are my fucking bare ass, are my legs going in? Well, bare ass isn't going in, but is my legs going into the screen? I ain't got the legs to be seen, do you know what I mean? That round, but I wouldn't be fucking wearing this outside, let me tell you, but it's all right in the house. It's fine. It's fine. Right, so 45. Mount Shasta. Do you know that in meditation once, right? I was spoken to about Mount Shasta and didn't have a fucking clue where it was, didn't know what it was, didn't have a fucking clue what it was or where it was. And it was when I was at one of my shamanic groups and I was just kind of like, for some reason, I feel that's got something to do with twin flames. And then my dad had picked me up and I was like, I said to my dad, and so my dad's a bit like me, so it was like, I don't think I had, maybe my phone had died, or maybe I didn't know. I think it had been cut off or something. Anyway, I couldn't look on my phone, but by the time I'd got up to the house, my dad already Googled it and he'd sent me the same article that I found. And long story short, it's Mount Shasta that is connected to Saint Germain, weird, and twin flames. And so, yeah, I think I was definitely, yeah, something connected to that. And I was like, but it was just, that was really weird because I genuinely didn't know. And then, and I've just opened the book at this page. So I was like, fuck. Like, yeah, Mount Shasta has profound connection with Lemurian people. But that's what I always say, you know, some people will be like, I'm Palladian, I'm Lemurian, I'm Arcturian, I'm Andromedan. I'm like, I'm a bit of fucking all of them, guys. I'm a bit of fucking all of them, seriously. I've got connections to all of it. Right, 45. So maybe some of you are like that too. Shine your light. Well, I'm fucking trying. Right, so I just read that in the book. I can spanner now. I am feeling better thanks to your amazing healing abilities. Well, thank you, but it was I asked the divine to send you the healing. So thank you for honouring that. I did take the time to ask. So actually, and by the way, guys, there's proof that Michelle was experiencing a bit of back pain. And so I had lit a candle for you several times because when you told me, I was like, right. And then you done it as well, didn't you? So I loved that candle that you sent me because I used to, it's those tall, what are they called again? There's maybe different makes now, but I loved that it's like, well, it was blue. I don't know if it was a throat chakra, but was it like a healing candle or something? They used to sell them in a crystal shop that I worked at. But yeah, so you can do that for yourselves too. Like just try it, you know, light a candle and ask your guides to heal you. But it's good that you're actually saying that, Michelle, because that is part of my paid platform that I'll be talking about when I come back at the end of the month, definitely start September, is on the first tier. That's what the first tier will be for the smaller donation. Well, it'll be a subscription, will be that, you know, so if somebody needs prayers for like healing or something, and then I'm going to do distance healing once a week as well on there.
I'm just telling you now then. And then it'll go up that, like, I think the highest one will be those two things, and I'll do a Zoom once a month and just be inspired for whatever I'm going to do. Like a channeled meditation on whatever, just kind of moving away from new moon and full moon stuff, because I've done that for like 6-7 years. I'm fucking bored of it now, to be honest. I probably will do it around the moon, to be honest, but I don't know yet. But so in case anybody's interested in that already, definitely keep an eye out for it. Or again, you can email my angelic assistant. Should I dye my hair grey? What? Should I dye my grey hair before my trip? I need psychic intervention. Well, do you want to? Or do you want to just rock it? At some point, I'm going to rock the grey hair. Not yet. I did test it out. Because my friend that's like 10 years older was doing it, right? And I was like, oh, maybe I'm meant to do it too. But no, she looks fucking shit hot. And I was like, no, I do not. It's just, yeah, it was fucking adding like 20 years onto me. Do you know what I mean? I was like, and it was so funny. It was when one of my practical best friends was like, you are going to die that soon, eh? And I was just kind of like, yeah, I am now. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Each to their own. You know what I mean? Do you want to? You sometimes put colour in your hair, don't you? Like cool, like funky. Am I imagining that? Did you have purple hair once when I spoke to you? Am I fucking imagining that? I'm sure you did. Maybe you should if you haven't. Blue? I always wanted electric blue bits in my hair. I had, when I was about like 19, 20 or something, I had like flashes of red. Like as red as that. I think they lasted about 2 hours because you fucking come out your hair really quick. Then it went kind of gingery. And I had blonde as well. I thought it was really cool. I had like a skunk blonde bit coming down here. Don't know how I still managed to pull with that, but I did. That back pain was fucking relentless. I will send you several of those candles. They say inhale positively and exhale negatively. Yeah, I liked what it said. Yes. Oh, you don't need to do that. Yeah, do you know what it was, so Michelle? It's my feeling it was Kundalini energy moving. So just be aware of that when it happens again, that it's spiritual's the only way, in my opinion. And it's, this isn't just Michelle, this will be lots of you out there, because the reason why, although it's not good you're in pain, it was good that it was making me talk about it for other people, because there'll be a lot of people out there, a lot of twin flames, a lot of oh, why the hell? Maybe you're meant to be. Don't do that if it's not going to be good for the job. But see what I mean? Maybe you'd suit that, Michelle. You'd suit like a bit of like bold colour in your hair. But I don't know how your workplace would feel about that. Personal responsibility. Nobody do anything I suggest, right? If it helps you, it helps you. Right? It goes without saying. Right? It's kind of like when people have got these big fucking long spiels at the end of their tarot readings. It's like, is that really fucking necessary? If somebody came back here and was like, Claire, you told me to do this, I'd be like, no, I'm fucking sitting here channeling stuff from the divine, stuff from my own experience, stuff from helping people. It's your personal responsibility whether you take that on board, right? This ain't no personal reading. Just saying. so I'm finding myself quite funny tonight. Right, so let's read this. So, starseed elemental, children as teachers, fun, lightheartedness. That's the way I teach. Joy, laughter, newly incarnated souls, the child within. Oh, fucking hell. How's it 9:20? Holy fucking shit, man. I've got shit to do after this. I didn't know it was that late. Right, sorry, as much as I love being here. It's very quiet tonight. Newly incarnated souls, a child within, maintaining an inquisitive perspective, wonder and imagination. Wow, the head really is on fire. Being with children can be a great way to recapture wonder, innocence, and all unapologetic truth and wisdom, which is definitely what I embody most of the time. Yeah, why I was saying that was, yeah, there'll be a lot of people having a lot of bad back pain, and try to take pills and stuff for it, and not realizing why it's not going away. And it's because for a lot of you, it will be the Kundalini energy rising, because most people that are going to be tuning into this for longer than however long, your twin flames, and it is the energy in your lower chakras that's starting to move. You know what I mean? So yeah, you need to meditate, you need to be doing some of the shamanic journeys, you need to be clearing your chakras, you need to be basically taking what I've been talking about for the past 8 years, or however long you found me, a bit more seriously. Like, it is real. Like, the very fact that my whole head is on fire right now, picking up on the collective energy of who I'm talking to live and on the replay, is just sort of backing me up here. It's like the energy that's coming in right now is very strong, because tomorrow is kind of like what people consider the closing of the Lionsgate portal energy. And this is a really, really strong energy. Oh, fuck, we've still got to read the Rumi too. My throat just went a bit funny there as well. So that's one of you guys. Their realities are not yet muddied by shoulds and cannots, and their imaginations are often so wild and creative that they can be our biggest inspirers. Furthermore, as their incarnation from pure spirit is more recent, they are still aware of energy and have a natural psychic awareness, yeah, which in my case I never lost. Sometimes adulting can become too serious. When this happens, bringing a childlike light-heart and a sense of play to your perspective can be the most productive way to rebalance. That is very Leo season. Facing challenging circumstances with inquisitiveness can bring joy to whatever we're accomplishing. Imagine stepping into a child's shoes and seeing how they perceive the world. If you have a problem, consider how a child might solve it. Think back to when you were little and what you loved to do. Remember how the world felt around you and how magical and mysterious things may have been. What has changed? What would you tell your seven-year-old you? The little people of today will be the inventors, creators, and leaders of tomorrow. How can we help nourish their big souls to ready them for optimal journey through life? Well, not by fucking putting masks and poison in them anyway. Right now, powerful souls are incarnating on Earth to help with the progression of this planet. All children are equally special, but some may have different or unique needs due to their more sensitive and energetic needs. Yeah, like we, Claire, having ADHD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, dyscalculia, and probably whatever else I haven't even fucking said. But it's okay, because I'm also very magical and very psychic and can do a lot of shit that other people can't. So, and probably you too out there. I see you. The ways children were brought up in previous generations may not be the best options for today. Understatement of the century. Humans are evolving and children can be our wisest teachers. I 100% agree with that. Maybe listen to them with our hearts and let their ways unveil fresh new eyes so we may see a whole new world. A whole new world. Bring a sense of play, lightness, and spontaneity to your life. Be inspired by children or your inner child. You're encouraged to add inquisitiveness, fun, and laughter to your reality. This card may signify the presence of a child in your life. Spending time with children will help you experience the world from a fresh perspective and see them as the inspiring teachers they are. I love that. Right, let's now read 42, and I might just get going actually. Right, 42. Reclaim your energy. And this is what I'm in the business of helping people do, whether you're just hanging out on here or definitely if you come and have a one-to-one session or do any of my group work with me. Right, so recapitulation, owning your power, where you put your energy is your choice. That's like what I said about the YouTube thing, like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like whenever I see people kind of overly explaining themselves or why they are the way they are, I'm like, why the fuck are you saying that? Do you know what I mean? There's loads of people. If someone doesn't like someone, go and fucking watch somebody else. Like, you know, it might seem a bit blunt and a bit rude, but it's fucking true, isn't it? Like, it's like, yeah. You know what I mean? If you sit around trying to fucking please everyone, it's just not going to happen. Just be who you are and love who you are, and the right people will love you, and the other people can fuck off with love. Overcoming triggers through self-awareness, energy vampires, reclaiming your soul fragments, observing the observer, shifting victim mentality. Yeah, and if you're not aware, that is everything that I do on here and in one-to-one and group work is soul retrieval. So I'm unique in the way that every time I'm doing anything, I'm just always retrieving back the parts of your soul that you lost, like bringing back your power. But obviously, depending on what's happened to you, depending on the trauma, depending on what you've went through, I would always advise going to an energy healer for an in-depth clearing, because we can pick up a lot of crap out there, and it's, you know, a free YouTube video, as powerful as they are, because like I say, a lot of my content, like, it is you know, it could be paid content, and it will be on the platform for some of it, but I'm still going to put loads here. There's loads of stuff, you know, loads of amazing meditations, shamanic journeys, like on all over YouTube, which I'm sure you are all well aware of. Loads of stuff which helped me in my dark night of soul, like listening to binaural beats and meditations and hypnosis and everything. But it's not quite the same as, like, so say for instance, people that want to help releasing weight or trauma, it's never going to be as powerful as me actually personalizing that to the person, you know what I mean? Obviously. Right. When we embrace an energy-aware lifestyle, we start to notice when we feel drained or ungrounded. We may feel flat or out of our center after spending time with certain people or places. Yeah, so I mean, all these cards, I'm going to actually shuffle another deck when I finish. It's all talking about those of you that are recognizing where certain people in your life are really affecting your frequency, where you may have not noticed it before, but you're really noticing it now. And I'd say it's because your starseed self is really coming online, or whatever you want to call it. You know, you're just becoming way more sensitive to energies, and therefore, you know, you will get a bit of a sore stomach if you're around someone and they, you know, perhaps don't like you very much, but they're masking it, or, you know, anything like that, or, you know, where people aren't kind of liking that you're shining bright. And it's, you know, before, you know, some people might be like, oh, you know, you just kind of have to put up with that. Well, you don't actually. And what I would say is, you know, you really got to reassess that if you're somebody that says that you have to put up with it, because you actually don't. Because what you put up with, you're teaching people that you're just going to keep putting up with that, and you'll just keep attracting even more people like that. So whereas if you actually start to do something about it and you stick with it and you stick your boundaries and you love yourself properly, that's true self-love and empowerment. Is not allowing yourself to be treated like crap. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. Coming from somebody that I have to actively do it every day because I'm helping other people with it, and just because I wanted to be happier. But I know a lot of you do that, but I feel there's people out there that still need to hear this. So we just have to be patient if you already know all this. But like I say, we can't all possibly know anything. I don't know everything. We've got to be open. Right. Our energy is our responsibility, and I've been saying that a lot tonight as well, and how we give it away becomes a conscious choice as we step into empowerment. But what about the fragments of self we gave away before we came into this awareness? Yes, it's impossible to recover and restore yourself to wholeness. In shamanic practice, which is what I am, recapturing and reuniting with lost fragments of ourselves is called recapitulation. Well, that's not what I call it, but all right. Soul retrieval is a lot easier. Even when we become aware of the patterning that unnecessarily chews up our energy, we may still feel drained by certain people or situations. When we grow our awareness further and take note of the triggers, we see it as always our choice where our energy goes, although it might not feel that way. Oh, wow, that's what I just said. We may feel we need to give to the people we most care about in a way that depletes us. And that is literally just what I just said. I didn't know I was going to say that. We may hold a subconscious sense of obligation to others, or a belief that our own needs cannot be met until we have taken care of everyone else. And I used to be that person. So believe me, if you keep trying to maintain that, you're going to end up very unhappy, because that was me. And then I was like, what the fuck, man? Fucking everybody else has ended up happy around me, and I'm still not going to want. Fuck this shit. You know what I mean? We may run ourselves ragged, meeting deadlines, keeping customers happy, living up to expectations, or ensuring that we have everything our children require from us. Many of us expend energy through drama, especially in wheel season, self-doubt, self-sabotage, anxiety, and fear. This is everything I help you with. Sometimes we sense we're giving too much, but cannot see exactly how it is happening, or that our effort may be unproductive, even counterproductive. But it doesn't have to be like this. To claim more time and energy for yourself, look at what is and isn't serving you. You may need to make changes in your external environment. I'm starting to hiccup now. That's when I'm clearing the energy of what I'm picking up on. More often, the most effective change will be to your perception of self, which again is why I'm like a broken record, but I always bring it back to that's why having a good counsellor, at least at some point, is a good idea, because then you've got you're more in tune with your sense of self, and you've not got as many blind spots. What beliefs and learnings serve you?
What fear-based and limiting expectations are keeping you from your power? Consciously choose and align yourself with ideas that serve you, and suddenly you will have a lot more energy for the meaningful, inspiring parts of your life. You will also have improved presence and more for your loved ones. We become aware of our patterning through self-awareness. By observing the observer, we can broaden our perspective of how and why we react to certain stimuli. This understanding helps us untangle ourselves from the drama. We can distinguish what is relevant and real to us in the here and now from outdated stories. Instead of reacting when we feel triggered, we can peel back the layers of those moments and claim greater understanding of ourselves and the myths we have unwittingly subscribed to, or that others have ascribed to us. Meditation can help us explore and take responsibility for our internal dissonance. Anything that takes you out of the busyness of your mind can heighten your perspective so that you can see the bigger picture, which is why I say if you're not so good with, me too, Michelle, me too, boundaries saved my life, exactly. We need that on a t-shirt, like for real. But basically, I'm not even kidding. Especially because I talk about it all the time. Fucking hell. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, that's why I really recommend the shamanic journeys, because I get people all the time saying that they can't meditate, but even people that have said that to me have found that they go into a deep sleep or a trance or whatever with my shamanic journeys. So try it out, let me know. There are other contributors to energy depletion, because actually, you know, just for if anyone's interested, you know, from what I've observed, people that find it quite hard to go into meditation, well, it can be like, you know, I meet a lot of other people that have got things like ADHD, although the type ADHD I've got is more what I like to call sloth mode. You know what I mean? It's it can just be a bit hard to get my energy going, which people might be like, are you fucking kidding, Claire? You've got all this energy. But it's like, yeah, I've got all loads of energy when I do certain things, but then if I use loads of energy one day, then I might not have it the next. You know what I mean? Like, so got a load of energy today and I'm firing through stuff. Might not have as much tomorrow. Where's the moon tomorrow? Yeah, like Saturday, like because the moon goes into Pisces, I'll be like, and especially because it's like my holidays, I'll probably just fucking sleep for the next 4 days. But it's kind of yeah, what I was going to say is if it's not things like ADHD, it's trauma, basically. You know, a lot of people I feel just know on some level unconsciously that if they meditate, they're going to get in touch with suppressed, deeper feelings that they push down, which of course is very relevant to the twin flame journey because both twins do that at some point. Until it surfaces, you know what I mean? You can't push that down forever. It all's got to come up. There are other contributors to the energy depletion, such as not having enough healthy food or sleep, which is why I'm probably being guided to do that course. Diet and lifestyle are usually easier to rebalance than our self-beliefs. Illness and environments that affect our self-esteem or where our soul does not feel at home or safe are other factors, and that's coming up. Again, it's all just about, this is definitely a message for the twins that are around people that they're just not meant to be around anymore, whether it's in love, like romantic love, whether it's in or not so romantic, because again, if it's not going right, it's not romantic anymore. If it ever was for some people. But I'd imagine it would be. But you know, family, friends, you got to assess it all. Is it you? Is this you anymore? We may need outside help to reclaim our energy, which is what I always say. You know, it's like whenever I lose energy, yes, there are some things that I can do for myself to get that energy back, but it really depends, to be honest. And in my case, I can only speak from my own experience with that one, but actually I can speak for helping clients that with me, I wouldn't take that risk because I get so much energetic attack for what I help people with. I have to make sure, you know, that I'm getting healing. Because like I say, when you get things like energetic attack, like sneaky, it's at your back and it's very hard to heal your own, the back of you, you know what I mean, properly is what I would say. We may need outside, yeah, I just said that, but having an awareness of what is required is a step closer to being able to fix the problem. We can start the healing process, which is why I'm guided to talk about all of this stuff.
When you're going through tough times, doing something that makes the soul rejoice, even something small, is extremely helpful in boosting your energy levels. Yeah, so even people sit and listen to this if they feel like shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like, even if you've heard it about a million times, which a lot of you have, it is going to help because there's always healing being emitted. Because again, if you want me to be one of these people on YouTube going like, I'm sending you Reiki for a good day, I could do that. I could become one of these and I could be fucking having a lot more than 340 subscribers. I'm sorry, guys. That bores me a little bit. Sorry if anybody out there does. I do ones like that, actually. To be honest with you, a friend of mine said that's what she likes the most. When I just hold my hands up and don't talk. But she also likes when I fire her up. But do you know what I mean? It's kind of like what I mean is I am a Reiki master and a shaman, so the healing is always coming out of me. So I don't need to be doing that. I like to kind of mix up a bit, you know what I'm saying? Right. Where did I get to? Right. This card is encouraging you to be aware of where your energy is going. If you're not at optimal energy level, it invites you to consider the core of why this may be. You have the power to own your energy and choose where you direct it. Look at situations that trigger drama and anxiety to reduce energy loss. Detach from environments or people that are not healthy for you. This has been the message coming up all fucking week and the past few weeks, the past few months, all year, I'd say. It's up to you to make the shift. Victim mentality is no help, so realize you have the power to transform your life and choose healing and self-empowerment. It's time to kickstart the upward spiral to abundant energy and soul presence. Wow, right, okay. So let's just pull a couple more cards to see what I just want to see if other oh shit. Yeah, I'll just do a couple. I was going to do more complicated ones, but fuck that. Because I need to do the Rumi. I don't need to do the Rumi, but I've done a Rumi every day, so we're doing a Rumi. What are you? Right. I just want to fire out, right, 3 cards. I feel this is from people in the spirit world, so it'll just be, you'll know if this is for you. Release your job, release the time, release your trade, release the stress, release the love, forget the rest. Forget the rest, not forget the rest. Because I lost my mind. I don't know what this is. But I just read that on the TV. So this is from someone in the spirit world. Might be your message. Doing it a bit different tonight. I'm just going to fire it out quickly. Focus on the positives. You know there are many. 29th, so 29th of August may be significant, might be an anniversary of passing, birthday, something like that, or it might be, you might be doing something nice that day, or I don't know. But yeah, that kind of fitted with whatever I just read out there. You know, it's someone in the spirit world coming through that can see you're not feeling so good and basically saying, you know, whatever small things you can focus on to pick up your energy, you know, just be grateful for that. Problems that have held you back are being cleared. We are monitoring it. And there's the 31st. So the 29th and the 31st. Wait a minute. Is there a 31st? Yeah, there is a 31st August, isn't there? So the 29th and 31st August, for some reason, these dates are going to be significant. And something is being helped in the invisible realms. So just hold on. Right, and this is going to be from someone else in the spirit world to someone out there. I felt that was like a grandmother, to be honest. I actually felt like a grandmother and a grandfather, which I wouldn't normally say grandmother and grandfather, but that's how I'm saying it. So I don't think they would refer to themselves as that either. Yeah, because I'm being drawn to my grandma and granddad, so it's people's grandparents. Whoever that was. I feel that was for a man. Right. But if you're a woman just and it felt like it spoke to you, go it, because you could just have more masculine energy, because there's a lot of women on here with masculine energy. Right, anyway, so something's breaking my soul and I'm telling everybody. That's not sounding good, is it? Right. I'm going to build my own foundation. What song is this? Got motivation. So somebody's slowly starting to feel a bit better. Found me a new foundation. I'm taking my new salvation. Continue to grow by seeking new knowledge. We applaud your efforts. This sounds like someone on their spiritual awakening journey. Give yourself time, be kind to yourself, and heal in your own way. 37 could be 37 or approaching 37, and it's basically about 3 and 7 is 10. 10 is endings, coming full circle. 10 reduces to 1, which is in the beginnings. Somebody's coming. Oh, it's actually Beyonce. All right, I've never heard that. Break my soul. But again, release the stress, release the love, forget the rest. Yeah, so there is something about coming towards the dark night of a soul there. And that was coming in from someone in the spirit world too, your guides. And third one. See, sometimes it's good when you just do wee quick ones like these, because it will be someone's message. It will be exactly what somebody needed to hear. And I just told them I'll do mediumship tonight, but I'm just chucking it out because afraid to feel. Fuck me, that's a fucking sentence for the twin flame journey. But it's like what I said, it's because when people get in touch with deeper parts of themselves, other stuff can surface. It's what I help people with all the time. And I've went through it myself, you know, when I've relived bad memories or past life memories or just things from the past, that's I understand, right. Stand up for what you know is right. We are supporting you. There's the 27th. That's the new moon in Virgo energy. It's got a tree on it. I always connect nature with the new moon in Virgo. And again, see if I do get the 3 people to do the divine detox course, it's more than just about, like, you know, releasing the weight. And because we don't say losing weight, because I said earlier, if you say lose it, then you're going to find it again. We don't want to be doing that. You know, it's around people's trauma around food and stuff like that as well. Because there's always a reason behind that, right? So find a way to bring, so again, bear in mind, if people don't fancy doing that course with me, but they do fancy doing that work with me, you can do that one-to-one. Find a way to bring harmony back in your life. Take the first step. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if all of those messages make sense to the same person, but that was 3 specific messages. I felt that was from someone's auntie there. They're just telling me. So I don't know who the middle one was. I just felt it was people's guides in general. But it was like, I felt it was a set of grandparents for someone, a man, first person. Second one is from someone's guides and just whoever, because it'll be all of that could make sense to more than one person. And then the third one felt like someone's auntie. So please let me know in the comments, because it's always quite it's just quite satisfying when you know the message has been received. But I don't mind all the other stuff, but with the mediumship, it's interesting, right? What else do we need to know? And then let's get to the Rumi card, and then I'll go in my group and I'll do last 3 lessons. I am presence, light body activation, accessing the divine within. Yeah, and I say a lot about what I've been saying today is about that. It's about how to reclaim your power, how to clear your energy, and move away from what doesn't make you happy, quite simply. You know what I mean? I know it's not easy to do, but you're just going to keep being miserable if you stick around the wrong folk. Shambhala initiations, retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, dharma. Yeah, follow your dharma. Follow what is your calling. Follow your North Star. Look, there's another one. Call for light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. So there's just a lot about pulling back your power. And I'd say it's because of this Lionsgate portal coming at an end. Merkaba activation, transcendence, ascension, you're rising up. Yeah. So I really do feel there might be some people that have actually went through that, you know, that are like, oh, you've just told my story. I've actually kind of went through all of that. Then that's fine. But I feel there's some people that are, it just keeps coming through. It's going to keep coming through until people do something about it. 10th house, I'm laughing because the 10th house is Capricorn Saturn. It is really strict and it is about boundaries. As the last comment is, boundaries saved my life. Last night a boundary saved my life. Last night a boundary saved my life from a broken heart. Well, that actually makes sense. It's meant to be DJ. Oh, fuck. Sorry. That was quite funny. Right, so. Anyway, 10th house is career, boundaries, following your calling. Everything I just said, actually.
work, serious shit, karma, timing. Oh God. By the way, Michelle, I think fucking full moon in Aquarius has got people all up in their feels. Where's all the peeps at? I have spoke to some of the soul family today and they're not feeling so great. So we're sending lots of love out to the soul family. I hope you're getting a laugh at me on the replay. I won't do anyone's shamanic journeys except yours at this time because I know the intent and the energy put into them is of pureness and God source energy origin. Your shamanic journeys are really fucking good. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. It's just, wolfandbadger.com. They're two of my powered animals. And people could be like, Claire, what fucking animal isn't your powered animal? I know. I've got animals at my different chakras. That's a shop. How weird. Maybe wolf and badger are animals you just connect with. Yeah, it's just that I need to do more. I'll need to do more shamanic journeys, but yeah. I'm going to do the short clearing one, you know, the daily one. I might get around to doing that tomorrow, actually, before we come out of the Lionsgate portal. Right, what do we need to know astrology-wise? What other energy? Oh my God. Wait a minute. Is there Aquarius or Uranus energy going on with these? Oh, that's too many, guys. Fuck's sake. Transformation, Pluto energy. That's what you're looking at right now. That's why I'm a catalyst for change, because Pluto don't fuck about, but it clears away and then you can start again, in my opinion. 10th house jumped out again. Brings about balance. Twin flames are about balance, and I'm about healing and empowering the twin flames so you can get on with your work. 4th house is trauma. I've spoke about trauma tonight and roots, family. 28th. So again, there's something about the 28th, 29th, the end of the month sort of shit. Oh, it's a new moon in Virgo. There's a lot happening around this new moon in Virgo. Oh, look, and yeah, Uranus. And I just said that. I felt that there was a Uranus or an Aquarius card because it all leapt out. And that's kind of that kind of energy, just erratic or out of the blue. It's always, oh, it's like, what? Like, again, it's about awakening and ascension. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I've got Uranus conjunct my Sag moon. So it's like I bluntly catapult people into their spiritual awakening if they find me, because it's like really, you know what I mean? It's like meant to, I don't know, it's the only way I can describe it. It's like very unpredictable energy. But it says genius on it too. Do you know what I mean? But it's flashes of lightning, flashes of inspiration. And also, of course, Uranus rules Aquarius, and this is an Aquarius full moon. Saturn return. Well, I fucking sincerely hope you're not going through that, but if you are, you have my love. Fucking worst time in my fucking life. Right. Just cast your minds back to those kind of years. I think it's like 27 to 30. Like, don't quote me on that. I always kind of, it's something like that. That's when it was pretty rough for me. You can easily find that on Google. Anyway, right, so, and then you get it again later on in life. So some of you might be going through it later on if you're at the next one. Right, so what's the Rumi message tonight? We've had a lot about, we've had, well, they're sacred union readings, but the last few that I've done the last few days were like someone coming in hot for someone. Sacred Soul Sister, and it's number 37. And then we've got, oh, I've not read this one. 6. What, right? Oh, fuck. We've read Sacred Soul Sister before, but we'll read it again because people might not have. Right, okay. It's just, they're so fucking long. I mean, I committed to this. I tell you what, that's what I mean. I've got discipline. That's why I'm good at teaching people discipline. I've got discipline because I've fucking stuck this out for nearly 2 weeks. Right, so Sacred Soul Sister. Holy fucking shit. Whoa. Holy fucking motherfuck. Whoa. Wow. That is fucking Jesus Christ. That's funny because the last card is the Cloak of Christ. The Cloak of Christ. That supermoon's like orange as fuck. Is that not a bad omen? Blood on the moon. It's orange. It's like a fucking Jaffa cake. Wow. It's because it's a supermoon. It looks huge. Wowzeroonies. Right. Yeah, I watched Friends with Benefits today. And that's like, hey, soul sister. That's on that. That's weird. So somebody may need to watch that film. That's very Twin Flames, I would say. Obviously not every detail of it, but a lot of it is very resonant. Oh, fuck, what number is it? Right, 37. There's 57 again. Right. When you're conscious, a cloud of sadness surrounds you. When you're beyond consciousness, the moon rests in your arms. When you're conscious, the beloved moves out of your reach. When you're beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. When you're conscious, you're depressed like fall. When you're beyond consciousness, the winter cold feels like spring. All your wavering is due to your longing to be stable. Look for instability until you become stable. I love you. I am your other self. I am with you always, your partner on this soul journey. I am the you that you do not see. I am the you that speaks through intuition and instinct. I whisper and sing and shout my crazed truth-telling to you. Through your dreams, through your body, I am the you that is wise, that trusts in life, that knows. I am the you that sees reality rather than appearance. I am the you that knows how to be happy and free. There's a valid point of view that we travel this path of our life journey alone. Our deepest descents into the psyche happen alone. We meet death alone and come into the world alone. And yet there's a vaster perspective that we're never alone, that it would be impossible to really be alone. We are connected to all of life, and there's no such thing as being alone in reality, only in limited and temporary perception. As if such community were not enough, there's a partner, an ally, who journeys with you from birth to death and beyond again and again. You have a sacred sister, a sister of your soul. She weaves the stories of truth through dreams and insights that come upon you as if from nowhere. Oh, that's like what I said about the full moon. Perhaps they drop into your mind or seem to erupt from within you. I quite like that song that they're playing. But that is her talking to you, demanding or reassuring, depending on what the occasion best calls for at that moment. Her truths may seem overly dramatic, so you may discount them as workings of an overactive imagination, or perhaps her truth tales are so subtle you dismiss them as meaningless, fleeting fancy. The wise ones know, however, that the truths of the sacred soul sister are powerful, relevant, and worthy of time and attention. They know her oftentimes strange and startling offerings hold the keys to unlock entire worlds. Look, I'm not going to lie, guys, right? A lot of this is sounding a little bit like me. I can take the weird bits. To open up new realities and transform the nature of our existence from the deepest and most esoteric spiritual levels to the most palpable, practical daily realities of our living bodies in the physical world. Your sacred soul sister is your partner in consciousness. Make no mistake, she is you. She is just that part of you so great you cannot always see her from your conscious mind. Yeah, it's really talking about your own divine feminine energy, like within you. But when we're talking about twin flames, it's also talking about your divine feminine energy in a person. It's sort of like the eye of the dog trying to see its whole. Let me finish. That's the fucking eye start again. Jesus Christ. It's sort of like the eye of the dog trying to see its whole self. Oh my God. Fucking hell. It's when I've sat here for too long, it's like, wow, that moon's like so mesmerizing. It's like a big gold coin. It's like a big gold coin you get at Christmas. Which is a bit tricky, for as it moves to see its rear. Oh fuck, it's just getting worse. Oh shit, I don't remember it being this funny when I read it before. Oh dear. Its rear is moved along too. So rather than through direct perception, the sacred soul sister is met through reflection. She can be received in those moments of rest where great ideas are born. She is genius, you see. Oh, there's that word again. Genius is connected with this Aquarius full moon. Vastly creative and inspired. So access your own genius tonight is the thing, guys. Her worlds are those we access in sleep and meditation, which is why I always talk about subconscious, because what I've noticed over all the years is people deeply access their subconscious whenever they're watching me, because I take you into that real deep state. Or absorbing engagement and activity where the mind can relax and drop into realities far more vast than those of daily life to be replenished, which is definitely what we do on these. I mean, if somebody stumbles across me on YouTube, I kind of feel sorry for them. I'm like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, what the fuck was that? But I'm going back next week because it made me feel better. To tap into her wisdom, to distill a teaching from the fragmented memory of a dream or a subtle feeling experienced in meditation, requires that you walk with her gait and not the fast-paced, forward-moving canter of your conscious and intellectual mind. That is hilarious, because one of the Soul Fam members that I visited last year said that I walked so fast last year that she couldn't keep up with me when I went to visit. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? People always talk about how slow I walk, so I've no idea why I was walking so fast with her. Still makes me laugh. Her gait is meandering and apparently unstudied, yet she is in deep concentration to feel for the truth of movement, to allow for what is emerging to express itself through her. And she is listening rather than demanding to know, to force to speak, and to direct. To receive her genius and benefit most fully from it requires a willingness to surrender logic and open up to inspiration, to become empty, to let the mind soften and become receptive, open and permeable. And that'll be why, what? Why is the word narcissist just flashed up? What the fuck? I've been talking about that in the whole video. That just flashed up on the TV. So somebody is around, I mean, that doesn't take a fucking genius to work out. All twin flames are surrounded by a narcissist somewhere. But that must be a song about it. They pulled my eyes to it. It was really just to stress everything that I'd said prior. I think it's if you've been gaslighting yourself or doubting yourself that you're being oversensitive or something. Especially, by the way, if anybody ever says to you, you're being too sensitive, don't let people say shit like that to you. Some people say it, narcissist alert indeed. Some people say it to you, and we can't automatically label somebody. That's what's important to say. Like, bear in mind, I am a counsellor, right? So I'm not just kind of flinging out these words willy-nilly. Like, I do know a lot about this, and because I've had to help a lot of clients right over the years, and then, like I say, in the last sort of 3 to 4 years, or however long it is, I had to really swat up on it. Really, it was like from the whole time of the pandemic, if not a little bit before, I'd always help you with difficult stuff, but it got even more heavier. And it's kind of like, and it always comes through whenever anyone does a healing or a reading on me. That it's quite funny, actually, because more recently when people have read from me, they're like, oh, if you're not doing shadow work and stuff like that, you should be. And I'm like, no, that is what I do with people, is, to make them aware of all of this. But it's kind of like, what I'm trying to say is, like, if somebody says, oh, you're being too sensitive, it doesn't mean like, oh, automatically they're a narcissist. It's just really kind of bad generational stuff that's been passed down. So you got to sort of, you got to kind of use your common sense and your savviness. But what I'm trying to say is, if you get that all the time, like people saying you're too sensitive, or I don't know, just like these kind of things that people say, like man up, or all these kind of sayings, like, or women up, whatever, like, it's toxic, because the song's actually called Narcissist. so it appears the world is getting to know these words a little better. So it must be quite new too, because it's got newest vids and hot hits. So I probably will need to hear what that is. But yeah, I mean, really, it doesn't take a genius to work out. If you are around certain types of people and it makes you feel like crap, like, basically just start to tune into who you feel good around and who you feel like crap around, because some people will feed
off of you feeling like crap, basically, and they'll just keep draining the life out of you. And some people will make you feel suck it up, buttercup. Yeah, no, you suck it up. Ah, yeah, you fucking fuck off. But it's like, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like, some people will say things like this, and it's kind of said, and it's said in jest, but what was it they were talking about me? What was it they were saying to me this morning? Like, I woke up and like my guides were chatting away about something. I think it was something to do like when I channeled that recorded video yesterday. I done something that's definitely not my character, but they were making me do it because someone else does that around someone. And it was something to do with, like, you know, when it's like you say something, it's like, oh, I'm only joking. Sorry, I'm burping now because clearing the energy. But it was like, I really do feel there's somebody watching this, that there's someone around you that it's like, they'll say something kind of not very nice and then be like, oh, I'm only joking. But it's like, not just like, fair enough, it's kind of like a one-off, but I mean, it's like all the time, but it's like they know that it's hurting you, and that's not very nice, you know what I mean? Like that, and it does happen, you know. So it's just about, and then some people are like, oh, you know, what's so serious about that? But over time, that can really dent your confidence. Like, it's like, for instance, I don't care for that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, whenever I've had people around me that do that, like, I actually kind of make it known, like, I just don't like, I don't like nasty practical jokes. Do you know what I mean? Like, I actually don't like surprises, to be honest. So this full moon is why I'm like, but it's probably for me because, Michelle, did you know me when the creepy men came and spoke to me on the beach? Like, but I'm talking like majorly creep, like it's not even fun. I was about to laugh, but it's not even funny. Like, that was kind of like, that's kind of traumatizing, but I'm laughing. I don't know. But it was like, probably because I know you're going to laugh. But it wasn't funny, right? So I'll be serious. I was on the beach, right? And it was an Aquarius moon, which it is now. So it's probably why I don't like going out the house on an Aquarius moon. But both times it's happened, like, there's been two, like there was this, was that the same guy? This is like this was really fucked up, right? This man just randomly started talking about it nowhere, right? Which is fine, right? But it's not fine because I like to just fucking be in my own wee world, and I'm like, I'm on my walk, mate. What the fuck do you want? So anyway, this man starts chatting to me, right? He's a bit older as well, right? So I'm just thinking, right, whatever. And he started talking about weird shit. He started talking about like yin and yang, something. Oh my god, you know what I mean? Like, that's everything I love. And then other stuff. It felt like something out of a film. It felt like fucking Meet Joe Black or something. I've not seen that for years, but it was like, you know, he was saying all this really profound shit, but kind of like in a fucked up kind of way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was probably a narcissist, you know what I mean? Like, trying to kind of be a bit clever. I don't know. It was a bit fucked up. And then anyway, I think that was the same man. And he just was kind of like, you know, I spoke to him. I was like, right, you know, I'm away now. And started walking. And then he kept walking with me. And it was like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'll give people, I wouldn't tell someone to fuck off right away, you know, probably would now, mind you. But, you know, bear in mind, it's like, I'm quite weird. Like, I'm very polite, but I have got boundaries. So basically, I was given the benefit of doubt. And anyway, it was like, I thought, this guy looks like he's fucking following me home. And then anyway, it was like, he did kind of follow me. He was still talking to me. It was kind of starting to annoy me. And I was like, fuck, you know what I mean? And then anyway, it got to the point where he was like, I can't remember what he said, but it was like he was like inviting himself back. Right? And I'm just kind of like, what the fuck's going on? And so I can't remember what he said, but it became very clear. So fuck, I must be saying this because this has happened to someone else recently, or it might be a bit of a warning, because remember I said, and by the way, this isn't even the night I'm talking about when I say I had a fucking horrendous Aquarius full moon. Because this was just an Aquarius moon. It's Aquarius full moons are a fucker, and that's what we're in right fucking now. So just get in your house and lock the doors, guys, right? That's my advice. And some people have taken my advice this weekend. I'll be like, that's in your 12th house, fucking stay in. You're feeling sensitive, stay in. Look after yourself. You're not drinking? Good. I don't think it's a good idea. You want to drink? Fine. I gave you my advice. Don't come crying to me when shit kicks off. It's Leo season, drama's in the air. Do you know what I mean? As people get rowdy outside there. But yeah, I ended up having to be like,
I think I said, like, quite quietly, I said, look, you'd actually make me feel really uncomfortable now. And if you don't fuck off in the next 60 seconds, I will scream and people will look. And he fucked off. And then I told my dad was getting ready to fucking run down the beach, like scour the. I'm like, Dad, remember you are a bit older now, and yeah, don't fuck off a Scorpio. Do you know what I mean? Scorpio dads are handy. Scorpio anything in general, but yeah, pretty creepy. So I just always remember it was on an Aquarius moon because it's kind of like expect unexpected. But it was really creepy. And then there was another time. I'm just trying to remember what he done. It wasn't quite as sinister, but it was just another strange man. I hope these strange men don't come from watching me on here, but I don't know, maybe they do. But if you are out there, you know it was you. You fucking anyway, but protect the energy. Yeah, there was just another one day. He was just saying a lot of weird shit, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So anyway, probably dark entities sent to stop my good work, right? When people also say, we never talk about you, you can bet your sweet ass they are. Yeah, exactly. Oh, 100%. 100%. That's when you run like the wind away from creepy man. I don't fucking engage with creepy fuckers these days. I'm the fuck out there. Yeah, no, I would be now. This was like starting, I think it was before the pandemic, actually. Yeah, it was before the pandemic. Yeah, so maybe a bit, yeah, because I wasn't living here, so maybe it was about three years ago. But it was really weird. It was like over the course of like a couple of months. It was obviously just to teach me to stand up for myself more. Because yeah, if somebody tried that now, I'd be like, look, mate, go and fuck off. I'm trying to fucking do my walking meditation. Oh, that was it. Oh my god, then there was another man. He spoke to me so fucking, I mean, he was a nice guy, but he spoke to me so fucking long. The fucking weather changed. It went from being really, really hot sun to like a pissing down thunderstorm. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. It's because people feel my light and my healing. And see, this is before I would be like, they're fucking zapping me of everything I've got. Now I'm like, no, I'm protecting my light. Goodbye. I don't say it like that. That's a bit weird. You know it was you. What do you mean you know it was you? What do you mean? Right. Anyway, sorry. I went into story time, but I fucking sincerely hope that's not fucking happening out there for me to be reliving that one. And like I say, that isn't even the worst. The Aquarius full moons, I'm not even fucking telling you the shit that happened on them. I'd rather forget. Right. So, right, to tap into our wisdom, to distill a teaching from the fragmented memory of a dream or subtle feeling experienced in meditation requires that you walk with her gait and not that, oh, I've just read that bit. She delivers questions that lead to answers, but not according to demands issued by an insecure or fearful mind. She offers what is genuinely needed and answers the deepest questions of the heart. She is trustworthy, this sister. She cannot betray truth. Therefore, she can be relied upon as a faithful way-shower for the heart, which is what I am. So to commune with her, wise as that impulse is, requires that you learn the ways of her world and the strange symbolic language she speaks. She will never, and also a lot of you are this as well. So, you know, you will resonate with some of these words that you are here to speak in your own symbolic strange language as well. She will never tell you what you already know. Why be so inefficient? No, she prefers to educate, elucidate, intrigue, and beguile as you are drawn into far more beautiful, powerful, and helpful truths. So in her world, in her language, you must suspend your need to immediately understand. Let yourself absorb the imagery, the feelings, the possibilities to dwell, ponder, and permeated by the wisdom. The appearance of a horse may signify your own spiritual being, and the appearance of you may signify a false sense of identity and not the real you at all. Well, there's a theme here with all of that. I feel that in my head too. You may see desert landscapes and moonlit nights. Right, what the fuck's this got to do with all this? This is taking ages. She has come to you through this oracle to remind you that everything is all right, that she has your back, no matter what appearances may seem to be to your more limited dog's eye consciousness in the light of day. She is guiding you with her wider knowledge through circumstances and situations that are ultimately going to free you into a greater love than you've ever known. No matter whether you feel like a rat in a maze or a bewildered drunk stumbling through the labyrinth back alleyways trying to find your way home again. Oh, be careful, by the way. I think I'm reading that for a reason. Please be careful if you're drinking this weekend, right? Because this is only Thursday right now. Yeah, just please just don't be coming back saying shit, Claire, I see what you mean. Just, if you're drinking, just drink loads of water too. No matter how out of control life may seem, she's letting you know all is proceeding just as it should, and that her will shall manifest. Her will is your wholeness, your completion. Full moons are about completion. Her will must manifest and shall, because her will is nature, it is growth, it is God, she is God, in you now. Remember that, and you'll realise, if you don't mind the ending being told before the last chapter, that everything's going to be okay. This oracle comes with particular guidance also. You know something deep in your bones, without knowing how or why, or without particular reason. You just know it's going in my fucking mouth. It doesn't make sense, but you know. It may be joy that you know. It may be that you know to avoid a certain situation. Yeah, like drinking on an Aquarius full moon, or going out and it full stop, just saying. It may be something is going to work out beautifully, despite appearances to the contrary, at a particular moment. It may be that you are meant to take a certain path. You just know. This oracle comes as confirmation that your knowing, mysterious as it is your sacred soul sister talking through you. Trust it and act, or not, accordingly. And I do feel that's very significant that I was watching, because I didn't choose to put it was just there. Like, I watched Friends of Benefits earlier. Like, I also watched Mean Girls earlier as well, which is probably like came into this somewhere. You know what I mean? Because again, in Mean Girls, like, she has to sort of take responsibility that she got a bit too deep in with it, acting like a bit of a wanker like the other girls, and then she apologizes. And so, yeah, so there is something with falling in with her own crowd and then realizing that's not actually who I am and that's not who I want to be. That I think I've just hit the nail on the head for whoever needed to hear that. Right, so rest your hands on the ground or on your legs and say aloud or listen to these words. I call upon the sacred sister of my soul, the shadow priestess of wisdom in the temple of love. You guide me to love and under the merciful grace and protection of Rumi, who loves me unconditionally. Our relationship is one of respect, care, and divine guidance. May I be blessed with receptivity to your genius and capacity for grace of growth. So be it. Rest for a few moments, you finish your ritual. I love that again, because the word genius keeps coming up, and that is associated with Aquarius, which is this is Aquarius supermoon. Right. And we'll read 6, which is 1, reminds me of the law of 1. And then I'll go after this. Oh, that's a bit tickly. Right. Oh, that's horrible. Packing my sage and lavender. Yes, do. Right. God, where did the time go? Right, so 6, 1. Oh, and I love the colours. These are my colours. Don't know what's going on in that card, but yeah, the love and the blue and the golds. Right, so I have abolished duality from myself. I have seen the two worlds as one. One I seek, one I know. One I see and one I call. Rumi. It's all Rumi. So you look for me, and what do you see? You. Am I playing games with you, holding up a mirror for you to behold God? Yes. These are games of love and truth. Look for me and find yourself, for I am you and you are me, and together we are one, playing hide and seek in love's great playground. Like molten gold poured from the furnace of divine love into a one-of-a-kind mold, you're created uniquely and of divine essence. You're both the lover and the beloved. There is no aspect of your life separate from your spiritual journey, and there is no aspect of you that is not of divine origin. So then, why the frowning, the fear, or the questioning? Let me share a sublime secret with you. Let me whisper into your heart now. There is nothing to fear. All is unfolding according to the divine genius. Oh my God, that's a different card. Wow, that's fucking nuts. And there is a sweet shift in store for you. I don't think I've read this one before. No matter how dire circumstances may appear to be or despairing you may feel, there is still an avenue through which fulfillment and resolution will be granted. This will happen. That is because the divine seeks wholeness of the one. I went like that because it's an exclamation mark. That means anything and every part of existence, and that includes you and all aspects of your being and life, is claimed by the divine. Your return to the divine is demanded. Every part of you, every life circumstance. The divine keeps rigorous, flawless accounts. Therefore, nothing shall be left unaccounted for, not even that which seems to be outside divine attention and grace at this moment. I've also been led to the word ego on the TV, which is about the ego dying, the dark night, the soul. It feels like you are dying, literally. Some people could feel like, you know, they're actually dying, but it's that's like, you can feel like that in a panic attack too if you've never had a panic attack. But it's your ego that's dying, you know what I mean? The ego that's hanging on to stuff that doesn't actually really matter most of the time. I keep getting drawn the word grace today as well. You must remember that you are a living heart, the dweller at the centre between heaven and earth, star and soil, light and dark. If you cannot summon the joy to rise up and meet the divine beloved, fear not. That cunning lover lies deep within the depths, waiting to gather you into sacred embrace as you descend into darkness. Do you know what that's about? That's when I say that before twins actually come into physical union, they actually, if you're a true twin flame, you actually spend a shitload of time in the energetic realms. Like, that is why, if you haven't noticed that already, which I'd imagine, well, yeah, I'm not going to say I'd imagine you will have, because some people won't have noticed this. You should make time to just, you know, nap, and obviously, you know, when you go to sleep at night, like, just set the intention to connect with your twin flame in the energetic realms, because that's what that's talking about. When people are going through a lot of darkness and it's too intense to be with the physical person, or if you can't for whatever reason, when there's still sort of karmic holdups and all that, that's what that's talking about. You know what I mean? Like, you can be embraced in the darkness with your twin energetically. Either through flying or falling, you shall be caught and tangled up in the divine embrace. So fear not, cast aside worry and concern. And it's because you can be who you really are. That, I mean, that is really deep, but it's true. It's because when you are, until you're really sure that your ego isn't going to be keeping up the masts and all that, you can just drop the bullshit, basically. So it's kind of like, I kind of feel like true union, not reunion, because reunion's coming together and going apart again. True physical union, it's not that it can't happen, but it's like unlikely to last unless both people are willing to stop the bullshit. Which just means, like, be really honest, you know what I mean? So fear not, cast aside worry and concern. Know that you're thoroughly itemized on the divine ledger, and not one moment of your struggle or suffering shall miss the hawk-like gaze of the ever-attentive and heavenly beloved. This oracle comes to you with particular guidance. Of course it does, because it always does. I like that bit. There's a friction or a conflict within you or your life right now, a sense perhaps of being pulled in more than one direction and confusion because of this. You are questioning which path to take, this or that, this way or that. What if you choose this path and it turns out that the other would have been better? But how can you know now what choice, if any, is most needed in your life? So many questions. That's because Aquarius is about the mind and asking loads of questions. Your mind is scurrying. There is no other word for it. Backwards and forwards it goes, to and fro, trying to settle upon the truth. I love you too much to allow this to continue unchecked. Surrender it, give it up. The truth you seek is this: you shall be. You shall manifest your destiny just as the acorn grows into the oak tree. You cannot be other than what you are. And as you accept this, life responds. It breathes and relaxes around you so that what you need can come to you more easily. It finds you drawn to the need in you that is natural and inviting and not a cause for anxiety or distress. The need leads to satiety. Oh, I don't know how to say that. Satiety. I don't know how to say it, guys. SATIETY, whatever that is. What is desired and what fulfills that desire is one. They are lovers that come to each other naturally, even through darkness and confusion, drawn to each other, following the natural course of the universe to become one. I love that. And that is like when I've said before that you're not required to be a perfect human being before you go to your twin flame. In case anybody needs to hear that, because nobody is. And definitely not in these times we live in. So do not fret and fear, my beloved. Do not hold back from that which feels incomplete out of anxiety or distress. It is just the lover that will soon be jointed by the beloved. You're recognizing the moment before this occurs. So fret not, and instead let the inner lover loose. Allow her to shake her hair, put on her most sensuous perfume, but don't, because that's got toxins in it. I love perfume too, guys, but it's honestly, it's fucking poison. Do you know that perfume and aftershave, and again, I love a good aftershave. You almost want to follow somebody down the street when they're wearing a and then it's like the opposite. If somebody's wearing one you don't like, fuck. But do you know that they disguise you from recognizing your true mate? Isn't that fascinating? I find that fascinating. It's like a thing to disguise you from recognizing who you're meant to be with. Pretty nuts, isn't it? It's like, why, like, when you really are with the one, or whatever you want to call it, your twin flame, it's like you'll probably like their natural scent. Right, so and laugh as she dances barefoot in the fields of lush grass and fragrant flowers. Let her tempt her beloved to come close, because she can be seen. She can be heard. Her movement sends her scent through the air. She entices the yearning beloved to her, and soon enough they meet, and it becomes possible for yet again to become one. When to become one, I need some love, I can never need love. Not singing the rest because I don't like the words. Right. And soon enough they meet, and it becomes possible yet again for two to become one. And then there will be wild peace and ecstatic contentment within you. I do feel like I have kind of read this, but I don't remember. And that's funny. What's that Beyonce song? I think it's the Beyonce and Shakira. Oh, Shakira. That'd be funny if Shakira came on. I think that is about like starting a fire, and I don't like that song, but it's whatever that is. Kind of goes with us saying this. If there's any part of you struggling to surrender the conflict between old and new, between what has been and what needs to be, between passion and duty, creativity and rationality, between this role or identity, then know this: even the conflict serves. Don't choose either one, and believe it is the answer. Sometimes the sacrifice is not one or the other, but the idea that it can only be one or the other. At another level, a level of divine resolution, there's beyond the apparent polarity and conflict, a third way, the rising up to where there's only one perfection taking place constantly. Open your heart. You'll find the bridge to understanding and trusting in that perfection there, where it has always been and will always be. Don't worry. All is happening exactly as it should. This oracle brings you particular guidance. There is a resolution and a perfect coming together of elements in your life that might have seemed disparate or in conflict. Something you've been trying to integrate is so very nearly ready to click into place. Perform the sacred honoring ritual and stay with your process. The coherence and the integration, the balance and coming together you seek is on the horizon, approaching you swiftly now. Oh, that's exciting. You see, that is talking about, and now her song, it must be it is Beyonce's song. And now it's listen to the I don't know the words, but it's called Listen. I'm sure it is something like that. Listen to the voice deep down inside. Something. It's something like that. It's about listening deep inside anyway. Whether she's called Soul Sister or something else, or Soul Brother. Right, so it's time for me to go now, because I've been here for ages and I need to go and do stuff in my group. And I've actually been here for about 2.5 hours now. Oh no, wait a minute. I've been here for 2 hours because I came on at 8:30, I think. So
and knowing the way that they make me stop things, it probably is going to be a significant number somehow. So I'll check out that number when I get off of here. Right, so sacred honoring ritual. Place your hands at your heart and say aloud. Why was I wanting to sing Kylie? Put your hands on your heart and tell me, is it true? That is what I heard. I don't know why I'm saying. I think that's what. Anyway, oh fuck, I don't know. Right. So, Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, I gaze into my heart and you are there. I gaze into your heart and I see my own face. We are one. This oneness is contagious. May it swiftly affect every aspect of my inner world, so that my outer existence aligns gently with perfect harmony with the great divine beloved. You and I are one with the perfection of divinity unfolding, now and always. Through grace and my own free will, so be it. I love you too, Michelle, and you have a great night as well. When you're ready, place your hands in prayer position and bow your head in reverence and recognition to the one divine plan unfolding. So say out loud or listen to me say this. I surrender into the one truth of divine perfection, which includes my own divine destiny now. See, a lot of people are being thrown into their divine destiny. Through mercy, and I do feel people are being thrown into their divine destiny. Where you have not graciously walked there yourself, you're being thrown into it. This full moon shall do that. Through mercy and grace, so be it. When you're ready, simply close your eyes and bow your head again. Then you have completed your ritual. Wow. Right. Okay. So, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if any of the quick messages spoke to you, because yeah, I'm just interested. I mean, just get involved in the comments, guys. I'll be back for one last live tomorrow, and then I won't be back live for a couple of weeks, but I'll be putting out a video every day, even if it is just my shorts, because they're all filmed up until then. And then I will do some shorter recorded videos as well. I'm just going to fire I'm going to record a whole load tomorrow, and then and it might be like a little bit like I'll choose the same deck and I'll do, or I might just sort of mix it up. But everything I do is timeless anyway, so you could be watching this a year from now and it could resonate. So but yeah, have a lovely full moon in Aquarius weekend. It's the Pisces moon mainly over the weekend, so that is soulmates, definitely twin flames, definitely unconditional love, true love, hashtag all the feels. So yeah, just be very kind to yourself as well. That's a very feminine energy about slowing down and resting, and that's what weekends are for. I mean, weekends are for playing too when it's Leo season, but I mean all the time, but it's definitely about resting as well. So just be wherever you're at, and I'm sending you lots of love. And if you want to book a personal session, I would have said that you could try and squeeze in tomorrow. I mean, you know, if you're desperate for a session and I resonate with you, then you can always ask, but I have got group work and a couple of clients tomorrow, and I think in between I just think, you know, probably not going to be likely. That's funny, Sweet Dreams just came on right as I'm ending, as I'm saying night, but I mean, I think that's about nightmares. But yeah, you can book now and then we can have the session in September. But like I say, most of my work is going to be focused on my people that I've got like packages of sessions and groups and stuff like that. But anyway, right, see you later. Right, this is where I need to work out how to end this. One day there we go, minimize it. See you later. Take